if something happens in the relationship, you
हम
bring in
हम
that
तो हम हमारे पास है ना सर्विस, आके लो ना, मैं मना कहाँ कर रही हूँ, मैं तो कह रही हूँ आओ।
promo.
Such a plug. Such a
Plug. That's a
awesome
great plug. On that note, are you guys ready to watch the first ad?
Yes.
Yes.
Should we begin? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio.
मीठी आवाजों में जिक्र वो मेरा हो, बोलो कहाँ है ऐसा जहां, जा तुम मेरे हो, हाँ तुम मेरे हो, तुम मेरे हो, हाँ हाँ मेरे हो, जा तुम मेरे हो, हाँ तुम मेरे हो,
For the love of love, Bumble. Start your love story.
We cute.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah. Shaadi
Very
wants
cute. Very warm and cute.
I'll tell you my first reaction, okay? They focused on eye contact, which is the probably one of the most powerful things in the beginning of a relationship. And I know that when you communicate with your eyes, it's quite intimate. At least for me, I'm just like, oh bhai, ये क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ? So great insight. And I felt like they're also showing the deep love connection. So
Is
I
that
was
the
just
reason why you were avoiding eye contact with us the last time we met in person?
Oh, that he shouldn't fall in love with you, Harsh?
yeah.
I
Okay,
know.
like you would have
I, yeah,
said.
yeah, you're already married. I don't want to look deep into your eyes and
So what?
fall in
So
love with you.
Parishad, next time when I meet you, if I do meet you in person, I'm going to look into your eyes and
That's why I always wear my shades, avoid eye contact when I'm out there.
cute.
Sure.
I don't.
Vedanti, what do you think? Are you
uh,
falling in love?
yes. After seeing that, falling in love again. I think it was we relatable. It was we cute. It was we true. What you said was also right in terms of the power of eye contact and the initial stages and all of those things. I liked how they used black and white, made it more intimate, more like the focus was more on the couple and then the rest of the
Is it,
ambience.
are they
So
using black and white to show that the relationships on the app will always be black and white? Are they
no, you're
saying that
too much into it, Parikshit.
Bumble is not just an app for like the serious relationships. And this ad has not really portrayed that you can have like a chill relationship also. I don't think chill is the right word, like a relationship that may take its time to develop and
Casual.
casual, casual. So are we in that era now where dating apps will just be selling the seriousness of it? Or actually, let's get our thoughts first and then jump.
Yeah, so I'll break it down to two things as an ad for a relationship and love. It makes you go, oh, it makes you go cute because of the lyrics and they were showing couples doing things together, and just being with themselves, definitely. But they also said they met on Bumble, right? So they met. So they haven't told the story of how, so once obviously you meet and if you connect and you're compatible, this would happen wherever, irrespective of how you meet. Right? So you could be introduced by parents, friends, you could have met on And We Met, on other dating apps. This is so, so they have talked about it like that. I mean, because I was looking at it, I was breaking it down, right? That if I have to like literally look at it like that. So that's what I saw. And yeah, they've made it aspirational. So, so everybody now will want a part, and everybody wants a partner like this, right? But in reality, I don't know if I should talk reality right now, but we can talk reality later. We just keep it to the ad. The ad was very cute, very sweet, aspirational.
The song is a very it was trending for a while. Number one, Tum Mere Ho. This song was trending, and again the names Muskan, Ashish, Archa, Karupia, all of these are influencers, by the way. You wouldn't know
Are they?
looking at, yeah,
Before you break it down, did
yeah,
it sort of make you feel a little bit like
no,
all this? No?
no, no. I'm being very honest because I look at any ad, I go it at it's traditionally every episode that we've shot. You've always come back and seen that how I look at it from a very linear perspective. I
Yeah,
look
like a
at stats.
tactical. Yeah, you try and
Yeah,
keep
I
the.
always end up looking at will I be able to sell this ad towards the end of the day. How they did it was they tried to merge the influencer and the UGC aspect of it. And probably the casting call for this ad might have gone like that. Particularly, it was a very smart play from Bumble that, they brought in a queer couple and, that signals safety, inclusivity, without it just being Pride Month, because I'm pretty sure ये last एक महीने में ही निकला है. But again, it weaves the LGBTQ plus narrative into the fabric of everyday dating.
I mean, definitely they've played it safe in a way where they're giving you the idea that yes, couples are here. It's like a testimonial ad also that see people are finding their partners here. It's also another way of showcasing the world that it's not just for possibly straight couples. You can also find a same-sex couple here on the platform as well. So I think they've played it very safe also. They've tried to take the emotional route where no dialogues have been said. So that's also something that's very interesting. No words were said, where you're just simply communicating through the eyes, which I thought was really beautiful. So I'm leaning towards the emotional aspect here that they've focused on. But most of us understand that serious relationships are not rosy and lovey-dovey every
No,
single
no, no,
day.
they are Rosie. They are lovey.
Okay.
It's not only these ads. We watch who Ranveer and Deepika also. We go, oh, we
Uh,
have no clue what's happening. We watch them for 2 minutes, right? But no, real. I don't know about Deepika, Ranveer, and anybody else.
A very
But
bad example. Being
okay,
very
sorry,
honest, a very bad example.
sorry.
they're
No,
definitely
because
going to
I
watch this episode and sue us. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
sorry. No, I did not know. But what
Okay.
I mean to say is real relationships are fun, are loads of fun. Okay, they are. I mean, and I think as you grow up and you enter a relationship, it's even more fun. It's fun as you're growing together, and it's laughter. It's making fun of each other, it's trolling each other, it's grumbling at each other, it's blaming each other's family, friends, you getting blamed, you cry, it's all of that. But it is also depends on two individuals, right? Like you need, but the only thing where it gets tiring and tedious is when you cling on each other, when you have low self confidence and you expect your partner to when you want to be rescued on different
Mm.
aspects, that
Okay.
gets difficult. I mean, you need to, when people say, oh, I want an emotionally strong person, and when I ask why, and they say, oh, because I am not emotionally strong, and I say, don't enter into a relationship. You need an emotionally strong person because when they are down, they can bring themselves up. But when
That's true.
you are down, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind. How do I understand what my partner wants and how do I handle it? So real relationships are fun.
Yes.
So
Shalini,
I'd like to
this
say
all
that.
of this all of this bit that you just spoke about a real relationship, it's all alien to Parikshit. He's
Yeah.
never been, yeah, I
All
mean,
my
he's never
relationships have
been
been chaos, fighting, like
shallow and
shallow. Shallow?
He'll enter a
shallow.
real relationship soon.
I
No, Harsh, you bring up a great point because why are these ads not showing even a glimpse of the other side? Like, we can always have an ad where you can show an argument. Like, come on,
No,
if
they
would
won't
you
show
would you
it.
buy that product? Would you buy that
Yeah,
product? Would you buy
yeah, they
that
won't.
service if
I
you end up
You already have the chaos, right, Parikshit? You need the flowery stuff.
oh, that's a great point. So
I
you're
talk
saying
about it, Parikshit. It's never I mean, there is none of what I talk about gets shared. There's no virality in what I talk
that's
about.
true.
So
And
I
then,
do talk about all this.
and
Wow.
with regards to this particular ad, right, Parikshit, one thing, this is something that, I'm noticing with dating apps in general is there's this term called as sonic branding.
Yeah.
Uh, it's particularly pops up immediate wins for any ad campaign in the space, right? Let me start off. What I mean is, look at the song.
Hmm.
Shalini mentioned that the lyrics were like that. You know, it made you feel something, and significant portion uh, of the ad wasn't about the app at all,
That's
and
true.
it was more about the music. If you go back, and I would ask people comment down below that if you've gone back to an ad to check out the song.
Hmm. Yeah.
I particularly had,
Yeah.
and in this case also, I'm pretty sure the artist of the song would have gone back and check their Instagram DMs, check their Instagram comments, YouTube comments. He would end up finding that I came here because I saw I heard this song on this ad.
That's also one of the things that came to mind कि ये गाना बहुत अच्छा है यार इन लोगों ने जो भी जिसने भी गाना बनाया वो गाना बहुत अच्छा है.
And it instantly, tell me how many ads, you
That's
hear
true.
that song on the radio or on YouTube, and you go back, ke, हाँ भाई, this song, this jingle is particularly from this ad. And that's what I feel this song has brought up with brand recall.
You're right.
If this ad works out to be
Yeah.
iconic, yes, this is the song that brought it there.
मतलब they're
I don't
doing
know
it as
about
a
the
camp.
brand recall. Like now you just talked about the song. I don't know if there's a brand recall for the brand.
But it's
Uh,
for the artist. It is for the artist.
for the artist, yes, and the song, yes, but the brand, I don't know. From an
Hmm.
advertising point,
I
I
mean,
don't
like
know.
definitely
If
they
they'll
will have to
associate
run
it with
this.
Bumble,
I
if they'll
agree.
associate,
Yeah, because there's no brand recall. This music isn't attached to the brand recall because if you guys speaking of iconic ads, if you all go back to the jingles of the early 2000s, 90s, those
yeah.
had brand recall because they were deeper. They had more depth than what we just heard. This is music which people know Gen Z will connect to because you have the Anup Jains and the other artists. You
But
know,
again, the point that I was trying to make is that they are getting a sonic branding
For
here
sure. But
because
they
of
will,
them using you know uh, the trending music and things like that.
yeah. But it's also a campaign. And I think that sonic branding will be built over a period of time. Like one ad may not hammer it into the audience. You will need it to be played over and over and over. That's how you
So
will
have they
build.
done it?
But I think this could be a viral ad, like because, people in love, people already in a relationship or in love or in toxic love will share this ahead and will forward it that this is what I want. And like to me, without saying the words, because a lot of people can't communicate also that I like you, I love you. So, they would send this. So I think the ad will definitely have the virality. Will it do with Bumble? I don't know.
You know, there's a great point you made here. I mean, you were trying to say something else, but it just brought up this really intense thought in my mind. This ad, nobody's talking. And I think that is one of the major problems with the current dating scene also. Like, I know some people who have made money, right? They've made a lot of money and they've either broken into like the higher society circles by sort of clearing an IAS or an IPS or whatever, and they're doing well in life, but they don't have a partner. And that's because, and I'm only speaking for guys here, is because they're saying things like, यार मैं बात नहीं कर पाता मुझे पता नहीं कैसे करना है And the opposite side is also true, because I was talking
Do
to
you
this.
know these people, Parikshit?
I know a few. I know a few.
Okay,
That's Parikshit himself.
no, we provide a service called Dating Clarity. Can you ask them to sign up for that? I'm selling over
I
here.
We're going to use this as a promo. Don't
I'm
worry
selling
about
it
it.
over here. No, but it's. Can I just comment on this, Parikshit? Or
Just
you
one
want?
more
Yeah,
point.
please go ahead.
Yeah, just
Finish what you're
I
saying.
wanted
Yeah,
to say,
finish what
and
you're
you know
saying.
what? I was talking to a beautiful friend of mine who's doing very well in life, and she's working, and she was telling me that, all these guys that I'm talking to now who've made a lot of money, that's the only aspect to their personality. Like, every single problem comes down to, but I paid for it. But you know what? It's like they're saying things like, yeah, ठीक है, okay, we get it that you've worked really hard to make money, but come on, you should also know how to talk to someone. You should know how to take care of somebody's emotions. And I was just trying to understand that, and then this ad showed up where they're not talking. And I was like, how important is talking? Because now communication, we're all about communication, we're about therapy and sharing, and it's a
I have a
legit problem.
lot to talk here, but I'll wait for Harsh and Vedanti to talk, and then should
I will
I?
end up trolling Parikshit. I will end up trolling Parikshit, and I feel like yes, the impatience has set in. Yes, people don't speak anymore. Yes, I don't answer calls. I would rather text back.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
See, it's
I have
Parikshit,
a
different
it's
when
a
you're
you
married.
problem.
It's
no, no.
different
I
when
have
No,
a lot to Parikshit. I have a lot to say here.
Yes, please,
Vedanti,
please.
over to you.
I think closing thoughts from me for this ad, I think, Shalini takes over would be, Parishad, going back to your point about what you said, in terms of what the experience really is, in terms of how seriously people take the Bumble experience, right?
Yeah.
Versus what they're trying to show about serious relationships. I've been on the app, a couple of months, years ago, and yeah, it's honestly, from my personal experience, was polar opposite of what they've shown here. It's not a great experience, and but I think the reason why they're doing that is, of course, you want to sell your product. And even if you look at the local tuitions or classes that they advertise, they show who got 90% and 95%, but there were other 200 students who got 50%. You know what I mean?
Great
So
point.
yeah, so I think that's just how they are aspirational positioning, or they are, selling point, but the reality is something else, is something I can definitely tell you about Bumble.
so Vedanti, you're saying that love is sharing the last momo at CP
Hmm?
Park. It's like sharing the last momo,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's
these brands don't really aren't able to break it down for you.
not sharing the last momo. Love is buying two different pizzas and splitting the halves, you know, sharing.
Ooh.
Your
Yeah, but
love
for
is
that
like
you have to fall in
pineapples.
love. For that you have to be in love, right? Love comes much later. Trust needs to be built in. First friendship, then trust, then love. So for
100%.
the guys in Bumble, they've already had the friendship, the trust is built, and now that's what they've shown. But I want to come back to Parikshit's question, if I can, Parikshit. You
Yes,
talked
please.
about people known to you, who earn an X amount of income, blah, 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 and men mostly, right?
Yep, yep.
Who are we? We are Indians. What are we told while growing up? कि पढ़ाई अच्छा करो, I mean, girlfriend नहीं होना, boyfriend नहीं होना, no girlfriend, no boyfriend, no love scene, okay? All you need to do is focus on studies, get into a good school, get a good income, and then we will think of you getting married or whatever, right? That's what you've been told. In our homes, we don't even as Indians talk about what a really, and then no, you're also told you'll get married, right?
Yeah.
What is
Yes.
marriage? What is relationship? What is affection? वो नहीं दिखाना. It is still there. Whilst people say boys don't cry, I'm talking about men right now. Okay. So now that man has got this income, Now he says, okay, I've got this income. Now, Mama, Papa, you help me find a girl. Mama, Papa, help him find a girl. Now, what do I do with this girl? I don't even know what intimacy is. I don't even want to talk about sex. Okay, you need to find out that how you need to know my sex drive. You need to understand I don't know my own sex drive. I mean, even on And We Met, we talk about this, that even if, I mean, I kind of promote masturbation to an extent that you should know yourself, because your partner is not a mind reader. Okay, so if you know what you like, you are going to tell your partner, and then you're going to enjoy intimacy as well. I'm just talking about like aspects, right? So nobody talks about this. बस अब शादी कर लो, ठीक है, और अपनी कास्ट में होना चाहिए, हमारी लैंग्वेज होनी चाहिए. All of this is happening, and it's happening today also, right?
Absolutely.
So poor guy has no clue. All right, now for the girl also, she says the guy doesn't know how to talk, because the guy says, because he's been told you earn this much of money, you are available, everybody wants you. But now if he likes a girl, this girl says, no, I don't like you. So I'd also, besides all of this, I highly, highly recommend you come on And We Met, you don't come on And We Met. Your first 5 dates should be, or the meeting, getting to know, should be around an activity. It could be as mundane as a walk in the park. I mean, at least figure out, do you enjoy each other's energy or not? I mean, you'll meet
Yes.
on a coffee shop, pay $500 for a coffee. You will talk about your past exes. They'll talk about their exes. My God, you leave it. And we met for 3 hours and we feel so connected. That's not
But
connection.
hold on, hold
I
on,
mean,
hold on.
sorry.
No, I mean, for me, I can only speak for myself here, right? Because
It is like, am I doing this wrong, guys?
I am doing this
Parikshit is
wrong.
like, dating is a scam. From now on, I'm not gonna date.
No, because
Everything,
for
my
no,
whole
because
love
for me
life has
it's
been a scam.
because really, because now I'm just looking at things like, okay, for me, the metric is, did I feel like, wow, I really, really like this person on the first date or not? And I'm going by my first impressions, right? And I'm stupid enough to also read about things like, ठीक है यार, एक कहावत मैंने सुनी थी, तो आई शेयर इट विद यू. मुझे नहीं पता क्या करना है इसका, बट इट सेज, चट मंगनी पट ब्याह. कि भाई जल्दी से जल्दी कर लो, स्पार्क्स दिख रहे हैं, कर लो. अब मैंने सोचा भाई, लेट्स डीप डाइव इनटू दिस साइकोलॉजी, which makes me feel like I've also sort of kind of been dating like that, where if there are like, if I feel very strongly, if I feel very strongly, I'm telling myself, oh, I should really go ahead and like lock it in. Now this person's mine. अब तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा, अब तो सीधा शादी करेंगे. And it hasn't worked out,
I
but
haven't gotten your wedding invite yet.
No,
अभी,
firstly, I have to appreciate Parikshit sharing this. It's a very, very brave thing. What I mean, not a brave thing, but many people go through it, but they don't talk about it. So Parikshit, more power to you for sharing this. Right? Yeah, yeah.
yes. And then it sometimes it works out. Harsh, is everything okay? Like we can take a
Yeah, yeah,
Is-
yeah,
10-second
yeah,
pause
Oh,
yeah.
if
is
you
he
want.
there? Okay,
No,
I
no, no,
thought.
no, no.
Okay.
No, it's like yeah,
I'm
okay.
here.
Yeah,
So
so
I had a very funny thing. Just the moment you said
yeah,
Chat Mangne, Vya and everything, the first thing that came to my mind,
बोलना.
you are Ali from the Doom series.
I am, bro. I really am. And all my friends,
Oh my
my
God.
bros,
And
in my friend circle, I am that guy कि भाई तेरे को एक दिन में प्यार हो जाता है भाई, तू थोड़ा चिल मारेगा थोड़ा. और मैं बोलता हूँ भाई
well,
हो जाता है भाई, क्या करूँ भाई.
nahi, yaar, see, that's the thing, right? About brown parents, brown households.
No, wait, 1 second. Last
Wait,
last
wait,
point.
wait, 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 wait.
हाँ, चल
There's
ठीक.
a,
हाँ.
and to add on to Shalini's point here, we are mommy. I'm talking about boys and men in general. We are mommied all our lives. I
यार,
can say that for a fact. Me, once I got married,
स्टीरियोटाइप कर
moved
रहा है.
into. No, no, no. look,
Hey, such a
no, trust me, the
mostly.
moment I moved out of my house,
Yeah.
and Parikshit, you've had experience of moving out of your house, but again, living with a partner, moving out of the house, the dynamics of an entire relationship, marriage,
Yes.
friendship, intimacy changes drastically. The internet has called me a simp time and
Yeah.
again, right? But honestly, if that's the thing, I don't mind being a simp for my partner because she picked me. Again, the concept of demand and supply uh, in the context of relationships. She might be having 10,000, 20,000 people who might be approaching her. I have
Yeah,
just the one. I married her. She married me. I
that's
don't
true.
have an option anymore. And that's so coming back to we've been mommied all our lives, right? Our moms have taken care of practically everything. Moms, parents, for that matter, has practically taken care of everything.
Harsh, one point, अरे एक second, है ना? You're right. They have, and like it sucks that I've been the, what's that? बहुत मेरे घर पे मुझे बहुत प्यार मिला है और मुझे कभी डांट नहीं पड़ी मम्मी से, वो सब ठीक है, मैं समझ रहा हूँ. But coming back to one point that you made, that yes, we are not the ones who pick. I mean, as men, that's also something that we've had a conversation on dating apps at least, or on platforms where there are many different people. I feel like the equation is skewed in a way where the woman can make a choice. Can the
But
man make a choice?
that's no, my friend, but that's the thing. And coming back to this ad, that's the best part, right? They've entirely Bumble, since I feel the last 3 years, since this swiping culture has become very prevalent, Bumble understood it very well that their users, and particularly men, hate waiting for a match. It makes the human emotion translates over to, hey, this feels like a, you know, it makes you feel like a failure. But then here's a
Yeah.
spin that Bumble as a platform, and a lot of them have been trying to, let them know that the wait isn't a failure; it's the cinema of the story. I may have gotten out.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna. You're moving, so the focus is.
yeah. It's the cinema. It tells the user you aren't unpopular. You are just in the opening credits of a slow burn movie, a slow burn movie, right? And I feel it
लॉलीपॉप लॉलीपॉप बोलते हैं इसको. लड़कों को लॉलीपॉप दे रहे हो तुम, नहीं भाई, है भाई, एंड में है कुछ.
in my single life. I didn't have a problem finding matches. I think it's a you problem, Parikshit.
Anyway,
No,
Vedanti.
but Parikshit, it's not about finding matches. I think you said you do find people, and you just said that they have not been the right person, and you yourself admitted that your heart is on your
Yeah,
sleeves,
yeah,
and it's I say this. See, if you're looking for something casual, keep your heart wherever you want to. But if you're looking for something long term, I think it's important to grow up. Even if you're 22 and you're looking for a relationship, I think growing up is important. And I think that there are three stages I call in to enter into a relationship. It starts from getting to know each other, where you're building a bond of friendship. Then it's dating, where you're learning to trust the other person. And in both these stages, you can meet more than one person. Okay, so when you're getting to know each
yeah,
other, when you're hanging around, you can meet more than one person. When
yeah,
you
yeah,
are trying to date and see, hey, can I trust? I'm meeting five people. Let me see who five I can trust, and I'm dating five. Right? You can do that. Then the third stage is where you decide to be exclusive. And in all these stages, you need to have a conversation. Hey, we're just getting to know each other. So chill. I don't want to know all your life stories, right? So that is there. Second is when you are learning to, I don't know why my hand's gone up. Okay. And then the third stage is the exclusive stage where I come up to you and say, hey, Parikshit, we've been seeing each other for the last 6 months, and I think I'd like you and I to be exclusive, which means now we'll just focus on both of us. And I am not seeing other people. And then, and obviously, we've already had a talk before that what is it that you're looking for? What form of committed relationship are you looking for? Is it marriage? Well, 99% people look for marriages. But is it marriage, live in? So let's assume it's marriage. So, yes, though you want to get married, I want to get married. So now we're exclusive. Now we are figuring out ourselves. And then we say, okay, I am ready to get married. What happens is from the first date itself, if you're wearing, okay, I like this woman. Oh, she's wonderful. Oh, I want to marry her. And then later on their friends tell you say, oh my god, she's so toxic, oh my god, she's like this. Oh, and also it's interesting that the amount of expectations that come in the moment you enter into even that getting to know stage. He took 5 hours to reply to my message. Arre Baba, he is working. I get so much this on dating clarity. Oh, he took a day to respond. If he was busy, he should have told me. He barely knows you. I mean, like, let's say, Parishit, when you reached out to me, if I took 2 days to reply, are you going to get mad at me? Okay, I'm not going to talk to Shalini because I asked her to come for this Zoom meeting and she's taken 2 days to reply. No,
No, no, of
but
course.
but when it comes to dating or getting to know, I'm calling this whole thing dating because dating as a word is a taboo word. Let's forget everything else. Mummy and daddy don't like the word dating because dating, what these swipe guys have done, have, and like you said, have made it
That's true.
so casual that, that's how it's become. So,
Right.
so I just say that go slow and you will find your person. Try not to wear it on your sleeve, your
I
heart.
agree with Shalini's like step one, friendship very important, like so important to know the person. Like I mean, I know people who just I know a very select like few instances where a couple of my friends met their partners, and they had that spark and probably started dating, and 3 months 6 months into it sort of got engaged and then marriage. But that's extremely rare. That might be 0.1%. But yeah, a lot of these content stable sort of the kind of relationships that make your nervous system calm, I feel those have started with the foundation of friendship, which is like so important. Because like I agree with what Shalini said. Like on day one, if you start dating somebody with the expectation that this person's my boyfriend or my girlfriend, there is this just everything that you sort of put onto their shoulders as their responsibility, which is not. You barely know the
Mm.
person. And that's where I know a lot of my girl friends who sort of unintentionally have done that, and that pressure just makes whatever you were trying to build also snap in the very first week or the first month, which doesn't make sense.
It's interesting you say this
Yeah.
because today we just carried out a poll on AnviMet
Yeah.
asking people how many are divorced and how many have had a breakup.
Mm.
Okay, and how were they introduced? How many were introduced? I think last when I saw there were 50 responses. Okay, out of 50, I would say 40 were introduced by parents or friends. What are you blaming dating apps for? It's your compatibility and end of the day. And for some people, they do get to know in 6 months, yes, we are a fit. For some
Mm.
people, they take time. Again, it's not, like I said, we're all different.
That's true.
Parikshit might come back and say in 2 months, I found the person of my dreams. And she could be the person of his dreams. But then they need to make it work from there. It'll not automatically work.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
And I'm also trying to follow this philosophy where a serious relationship is a choice. Like it cannot happen because you're thinking, oh wow, I love this person. It's a choice you make every single day where you're like, I have to make this work. So even if I don't feel like talking to them right now, I should, because it's something, you cannot just
आप
shut the
उसको
door on
बहुत
some.
नहीं, आप बहुत इसके लिए अलग से बहुत ट्रांजैक्शनल बना रहे हो। कम्युनिकेशन हमेशा
Talking
जरूरी नहीं होता,
deeply
टॉकिंग
and
जरूरी
all
नहीं होता।
clarity.
नहीं परीक्षित, चॉइस ये तो नहीं, ये सब इंग्लिश वर्ड्स हैं। वी हैव टू मेक अ चॉइस एवरी डे। ऑब्वियसली परीक्षित, यू हैव टू मेक अ चॉइस दैट यू आर गोइंग टू टेक आउट दिस यूट्यूब योर थिंग एवरी संडे और व्हाटएवर, right?
Yes,
अब उसके बारे में are you thinking like since 3 weeks? No, it has to be very easy. And it happens, trust needs to be built.
that's my
They
problem.
are,
I
yeah,
am so glad that I'm not I'm not the single guy in the in this in this entire uh,
It's okay.
point.
I
no, but for
mean,
example, right now, look, it's a Sunday afternoon, okay? It's
yeah,
lunchtime, all right? Maybe I'm just saying that, Harsh promised that he has to be here, so he's here. Maybe his wife had some plans with the family. He hasn't gone. Right? I'm just saying that now he can't feel guilty कि मैं गया नहीं, I didn't go. So now she's going to get
hmm,
upset. Right? No, it has to be very easy. Of course, there will be 100 times when you want to kill each other, which is fine. That's fine too.
that's,
I mean,
I
don't you
mean,
see your parents? You said, everybody's parents, right? Forget anybody else. Assuming you all have, have come, it's been a healthy home.
yeah,
Haven't you seen your parents argue over the silliest things possible?
all day, every day.
So there,
I mean, actually, what we need? Like how if you commit a crime and then you go to a lawyer and be like, "Bhai, mujhe bacha." We need like a dating person for that. Like if something happens in the relationship, you
हम
bring in
हम
like
तो हमारे पास है ना सर्विस, आके लो ना। मैं मना कहाँ कर रही हूँ, मैं तो कह रही हूँ आओ।
promo.
Such a
Plug.
plug,
Yeah,
such a
plug. That's
hot
a
plug,
great plug.
hot plug.
And
I'm
yeah, I
How
loving
would
think
you,
I'm
Parikshit?
loving this.
yes,
Sorry,
yes,
sorry, have to go.
We
I
have
was
to
say
wrap up this
Shalini is
ad.
loving
Yeah,
this from you.
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
come back to the ad. Parikshit,
Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
me, for once, let me take over the reins. Shalini,
For
how would you make this ad great?
yeah, if you could change something, add, subtract, do you think how do we make this better? How do we? That's a great question, Harsh.
I would definitely make this ad better by actually stating the reality, which people may not want to. You know, that it's friendship. I have sent a message, that person hasn't responded. I'm upset. Okay? But I'm telling myself, I get these blurbs. It's okay. He could be working. Don't overthink. You barely know him. Focus on your work. Do something else. Remove WhatsApp alert. Like don't keep going to your WhatsApp. Keep your phone in another room. And then, okay, you hear a ping, ting, and you go, person responds, and then too much of texting happening. I would say stop texting. Let's get on a call happens, hey, let's meet, and then not over a coffee thing. Maybe we are playing badminton, pickleball, or like a football, like we're just hanging out, hardly talking, and then again a message, hey, had a great time, want to catch up over the weekend, let's go to a bookstore. I would make an ad like this, and I would say, I would break it down to first phase, second phase, so 5, 7 dates. Okay. And at the same time, she is meeting others as well. I would even bring that up in the ad.
Hmm.
So I would really bring in reality. Uh,
Wow.
Maybe nobody would like it, but yeah, that's what I would bring in.
Vedanti, what about you?
Very interesting.
I was just thinking of what Shalini was saying, and I got like an idea that maybe Shalini may be like the pre to the dating, sort of experience, the space you've created, or could be any other app also. Could be how people need to learn to sort of have their own life, you
Beautiful.
have a world to themselves. Because it's only
Hmm.
when you are complete, you're not constantly checking on your notifications to get that validation, I feel like. And I've been
Beautifully
in that
said.
I've been in that space is why I completely resonate with what you also said. So maybe Yeah.
It's when singles, actually, I would give this line, and I tell that to our singles on And We Met when they talk to me, and they say that, Shalini, we feel so complete. We don't want to look for a partner. And I say this is exactly the time when you have to look for your partner, when you feel
Oh,
complete, because you're in the right mindset and you will find someone who is complete. This is how I would make the ad.
that's a great line. Honestly, that's a great line.
Our resident Kabir Singh, Parikshit
Yeah,
Kashyap.
yeah. I'll tell you
That's
how
it.
I'll make the ad greater or better. I think it's a decent ad, but I think like Shalini also mentioned, they've missed the real part. So like how they've shown different couples just being in love madly, I would like to also maybe have one scene where they could be arguing. One scene where the guy is trying to मनाओ the girl कि यार बुरा मत मान यार कोई नहीं और एक लड़की भी कुछ कर रही है कि यार चल सॉरी हो गया. If you have a 30 seconder and everything is just love, it feels a little bit like इतना प्यार हो गया क्या यार तुम्हें ऐसा क्या हो रहा है थोड़ी लड़ाई भी दिखा दो सो लिटिल बिट ऑफ you show the 360 like you show all of it is what I would also is I agree with Sharani on that one just
I actually kinda don't.
yes
So
oh
I kinda don't. So
so you won't change anything
I know. Again, as I said, that I'm like I would end up going into the tactical and
yeah
uh, the analytic side of things. So for me, it would be probably high converting. Again, branding guy, so would always look at high conversions. For me, point blank, how do I build trust? Show the receipts.
okay
If I were making that ad, I would be on the side half and half. Obviously, show your visuals, black and white, whatever. Again, uh, show me what started the entire conversation. Show me what started the entire conversation, right? Show me the message. Show me the
wow
first messages you sent to each other.
that's a good one like do you
That
also
also that also motivates the guys and the gals who've not gotten the confidence. How do I break the ice? How do I start this conversation? Hey, it's a normal hi. Hey, it's a non-creepy pickup line. Hey, whatever.
that's a I really like that यार actually काफी smart है
Yes,
You you
that's a good.
merge multiple target audiences together. You merge multiple objectives together, and
It's
that's
very
how you show
interesting.
the conversions.
hmm
It's interesting you say this because actually on And We Met, when people purchase introductions, one of the things we tell them is we give them a tip that share what about the other person makes you initiate the introduction. Let it not be a vanilla high. But yeah, I
wow
think I agree with what Harsh is saying.
For
and what you
for
said
our
about
here's just let me just one
yeah
second. Let
go
me
ahead
just
go ahead
finish about this ad. When me and my wife sit down and hey, this is the story. Hey, they're gonna ask how we met, etc., etc. Gen Zs, or for that matter, any human being loves the lore behind a love story.
true I think
Huh?
that's
Even if it's a very shy, awkward hey or anything, or maybe a risky joke that landed. Why not? Why not?
yeah I mean, I think what you were saying, like, you also said that they should show the receipts. I think it would work better if in the end you could have two, three lines of data saying these are the number of relationships are that came out of Bumble.
दिखाओ ना
That
डेटा
also,
दिखाओ
हाँ, डेटा दिखाओ
दिखाओ
यार,
डेटा
सच में भाई.
आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि मेरे को रॉ डेटा दिखाओ ना तुम मेरे को पूरा ट्रंकेटेड करके डैशबोर्ड आई एम नॉट डैशबोर्ड इज आल्सो वे टू फार बट शो मी
Hmm.
द डेटा
That would
Right.
इसलिए शायद भाग गए यार इंडिया से डेटा नहीं दिखा पाए. We'll cut this
नहीं,
out.
आप लोग से मिले नहीं है इसलिए भाग गए, अभी शायद आ जाएंगे.
it's again like no disrespect to Bumble, no disrespect to
Yeah,
Tinder. They really need to change their entire outlook towards getting more people onto their platforms. Maybe I don't know.
There are a
I
lot
think
of
there's
people
no
though.
dearth. I think people are
Yeah,
going on their
बहुत सारे
platforms.
लोग
Having
हैं.
said this, बहुत
Yeah,
है,
that's true.
everybody is, I think, on all platforms. So, so it's not that they don't have people coming on. So I don't think their issue is people not coming on the platform. I think their issue is people purchasing on their platform. We have an issue that people are not aware about us. But
I mean,
the
Parikshit,
issue,
is that the case with you? You have premium subscriptions for almost each platform, right?
yeah, but like men and women.
No,
अच्छा,
but
okay, like
no, and I read this data somewhere that there are a lot of women on dating apps. Like that's why men also
yeah, we
continuously
have
keep.
we have more women, by the way, on and we met than men.
Exactly. And there are so many platforms with a lot of women on the app, big or platforms or spaces, because it's 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 really a problem that people are trying to solve. So on that note, I think now we can move to the last segment, which is if you had to rate this ad out of 10, how would you go about it? I'll begin so that it's easier for everyone. I feel like they're solving a very nice problem. I also do think that they're using a very beautiful insight here, that the eye contact part, I really like that. I like the song. I like a lot of things about it, but like we mentioned, there were small gaps. So I think I'm gonna go with a 7 on 10. Good ad, but थोड़ा misleading भी लगा मुझे.
I'd go with a
Vedanti?
5 on 10
Yeah, sorry.
because there's no brand recall for me.
Hmm. Okay. Straightforward.
VG.
As somebody who hasn't used Bumble, if I were to think from that POV, then maybe like a 7 or 8. But otherwise, I agree with Shalini in terms of brand recall. There was no recall, and the reality of what the app really is different from what they've shown. So, as somebody who's used it, maybe a 5 or a 6. But overall, nice. Like for the time being, it's not iconic. I'm not gonna think about it like 3 days later. But it did its job for the 30 seconds that I watched it. So it might linger, and plus 2 marks. Overall maybe 7 or 8. I'm giving it for the music.
तो
Uh,
फाइनल
For
स्कोर क्या
me,
रखे?
yeah, for
Nahin,
me,
Harsh has to give his score.
no, actually,
No, no,
Vedanti,
with
go ahead.
Vedanti का
Wrap
अलग.
up your
She's
score.
given 5, 6, 5,
6.
8,
seven, seven,
Oh,
7.
7. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
ooh.
I'm giving it a 5 because vibe versus utility, disconnect end to end. Uh, Beautiful, slow, deep, but again, actual experience and selling it towards the end of the day. It's life, and dating is not a cinema romance. You often end up getting ghosted. Maybe that would have been, uh, as soon as I see this ad, if I were single, my drop off rate would be immediate. Over promises and yeah, doesn't understand the feeling of the user. So 5. Sorry, Parikshit. I can see tears in your eye.
No, that's that's amazing. I think with that, I think we've wrapped up this ad. So great job, guys. I think we can give each other a round of
Uh-huh.
applause. And so everybody watching this, you know how to solve your life problems, guys. Check it out.
Relationship problems.
That's me. That's sorry. I'm
Not
the
No, no, get clarity. So one problem gets solved and another one comes in.
yes.
इतना बड़ा promise भी नहीं.
Sorry.
हाँ
We'll
जी.
cut this out.
No, no, it's okay. It's up. I'm just joking. It's okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For the
Thank
Bye
you
time.
so much.
Thank you.
Please.
bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.